Hey everyone, it's Bryan Caplan here with the Bigger, Better Biz community, where I equip you with the tools and know-how to grow that bigger, better small business. I'm joined by one of my good friends, probably one of the most fun guys I've met, Marcellus Heath down in Jacksonville. Marcellus, how are you?
Doing fantastic, B. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Em. So, Em, tell us a little bit more about what you're doing. I know that you're a real estate agent, but I think tell the folks a little bit more about what you've done, how you've evolved from just being Marcellus Heath.
Well, basically, I've with your assistance in regards to marketing, I've kind of focused on marketing myself along with what I do, my brand, and just getting more of a structured foundation in regards to putting my name and myself out there. And just
Yep.
being a little bit more proactive about it as before we met. And I think the time that we met, I was just looking for something or someone to help guide me in that correct direction. And you've been definitely a catalyst in that.
Well, I appreciate that, but it's you. I just kind of gave you a few tips along the way, but I think just to kind of give everyone a little context, Marcellus has moved around the country. He was up north and now he's down in Florida. So he's trying to establish kind of a foothold or build a digital presence for his real estate brand. And when we first met, you had some photos of yourself and things like that, but we said, let's kind of polish it up because you're a handsome guy. Let's get, and you've got a big giant smile that everyone loves you. So let's get you doing some photos. You did a photo shoot. We looked at
Yes.
basically this whole idea of perception. So one of the big things with real estate, and you know, my friend Dakota, or your wife knows my friend Dakota, who we've been working a lot with up here in Massachusetts. So we were like, let's change the perception a little bit. Instead of you being a one-man gang, let's see how we can actually build it into a team. So we've changed you into the Marcellus Heath team, right? Or is it the
Right.
group? Which one is it?
Right. It was is Marcellus Heath Real Estate. Well, it's
Group.
still the group, yeah.
Yep.
But you put you've basically taken Marcellus Heath and put that as the marquee, and that I'm surrounded by a group of folks that help support exactly what I'm doing, as opposed to me just saying that
Exactly.
I'm wearing all the hats.
Exactly. And that's true too, because you probably have a team of vetted mortgage brokers and closing attorneys or title companies, things like that. So you've done the time
Mhm.
to make sure that you have those people. So a group isn't a misnomer. It's just we're telling you you're connected already. So you're not just dealing with someone that's just figuring it out.
Exactly. I mean, like you said, I took photographs. So I mean, the person who does my photographs in for my homes, and then the person who does my photographs for me. I mean, that's a part of the support team that helps me do what I do, in conjunction with the lenders who I basically vet out and vendor out and refer to other
Mhm.
people, transaction coordinator. So there are a whole bunch of group of folks behind me that support me to help me do what I do and help me be more efficient in regards to running my business as a business.
And have you noticed since we rebranded you as a group, have you noticed that uh, more people are like, "Wow, you're a group"? Have you seen anecdotally these people that are kind of like, "Oh my goodness"?
I have it sometimes people see my branding that was created, and they're like, and I hear things from my marketing specialist, who's a part of my team, who helps take those things that we're creating and put them on my signs, put them on my newsletters, on my website, and all the above. And other people
Mhm.
are looking at it saying like, "Wow, I want my stuff to look as great as his." And I've gotten compliments from other realtors that say, "Man, the way that you have created your marketing, it's very high end. I mean, how did you do that?" And well,
Yep.
so
There
yeah,
it is.
it's been very I've been validated in regards to that. So yeah.
Good. So now you're at a place where we've got a good established brand. You're making a name for yourself. You started dabbling in videos as well. You had a great video that was right there in Atlantic Beach. I
Yeah.
actually, funny enough, I went and visited my business partner lives in Atlantic Beach, and we went to pose. And then I saw across the street the venue that you went to when they were doing the live music. I was like, wait, Marcellus has been there because I saw the video. So now I felt
Yeah.
like, oh, I know that place. So that
Yeah.
was kind of cool. Even I became a fanboy of you because I'm like, oh, he was right there. So that's pretty cool. How's video going? Are you still doing it?
I've slowed down because I had started doing other things in regards to the way that I do prospecting. So I've kind of it's hard for me to do everything at once. Once I learn
Sure.
one thing, and once I want to basically get a grip on another way of doing things, I submerge myself into that. But in retrace getting back to that, my marketing
Yeah.
specialist said, look, we need to get you back into doing videos. So we're going to make a proactive plan in regards to doing that on top of what I've already added to my
Good.
way of business as well. So yeah, absolutely.
Good. And I will say it's good that you have a marketing specialist that's on top of you, that's actually challenging you and saying, we need this, this, and this, because I think a lot of business owners don't have that Sherpa or that guide that can tell them, here are the different opportunities we have. So I'm glad you have that
Right.
person on your team. I think with that said, what I wanted to do is go over your Google My Business really quick because you have been growing your reviews. You did upload some stuff. So I wanted to show people how you've improved Google My Business. The other
Okay.
thing I think we could probably do, since you're going to start getting your feet wet in video again, we can go over some different video ideas that you could do that might not be really time consuming. Like that one that you showed, and I'll have a link to it. It was a great video, but I know that you had to like go and you actually had to film yourself, and then you had to go in the place, you had to film yourself and all that.
Hmm.
Very
Yeah.
involved. And I think people think that when I make a video, it's got to be a production. It doesn't necessarily have to be. You could
Right.
just do all of the closings that you had in the past quarter and make a slideshow
Okay.
of photos and then just put your logo on top of it. I bet your specialist could do that for you. Pop it into iMovie, make a quick slideshow, and then make that a
Right.
video too. So does that sound good for our time?
Yeah, that's a great idea right there. I like that.
Okay, awesome. So let's first start with, I'm going to share my screen and we will look right here. So here we are. We're actually seeing you in Google search. The thing is, of course, I'm typing in Marcellus Heath because I'm up here in New Hampshire. You're down in Florida. If I typed in realtor near me, you wouldn't show up. And that makes sense.
Gotcha.
But the big thing that I want to look at is your Google My Business. So first off, let's just click on your photos because as I was saying, you've got this big approachable smile. You look like a teddy bear that everybody just wants to hug and trust, right? So so right here, we've got your Charlie's Angels next to you in front of Keller Williams. So that even that's cool because you're showing that you're fun, but also you're getting people next to you, and still someone that's looking, the perception is a group. So
Right.
that's pretty
Right.
cool. It plays to that, right? We've got you. You actually started uploading some videos, and people aren't going to be able to hear the sound, but we've got this new logo that you did, which looks beautiful. Um, and you've got your profile shot and everything. And as I play this sound, I'll just mute it. It's going to show this is kind of like what we were talking about. Here you are, you're standing in front of Atlantic Beach Country Club, which I drove by several times, and you're just showing, hey, I'm a steward of the community. Here's one place that you can consider. I know this place. I know the community. I've got my thumb on the pulse of it. I'm not sure I understand. So for that, you want to make sure that you keep doing those kinds of videos, even if they're quick 30-second. Do you have a tripod?
I do have a tripod. Yes.
Okay. All you gotta do, either a tripod or I don't have it in front of me, but it's something called a gimbal. It's like handheld and you can walk around. It actually stabilizes your video. You
I have
can
one
get
around here
those.
somewhere.
Do you? Okay. See, it's
Yeah.
one of those things that you have and it's kind of like hidden away somewhere. That's
Right.
great. Even if you don't have someone with you, have the gimbal in your car charged. And when you stop by a place, like people might be looking up a country club in Atlantic Beach. Now you might have a video. They're going to look up the beaches. Is there a pet friendly beach there? Yes, I'm going to go to that pet friendly beach. The more places you can plant Marcellus Heath's feet, have a quick video talking about it, and then ideally add it up to here on Google My Business, but more so on YouTube, the more times people are going to see you and synonymize you with being an expert in that community. Make sense?
Makes sense. Absolutely.
And really quick videos. Like this one is 30 or 27 seconds. Here's the one that we were just talking about where you're in front of the local and you're bringing people in. And that's great. Again, it could be a talking head video with a gimbal, just showing, hey, here I'm at the local. It's right on the main drag. This is a great place, blah, blah, blah. Done. You don't even have to go in and show the live music if you don't want to. So that will
Yeah.
save you time too.
Okay.
But I love that you added these up on here. These photos, this is something that any real estate agent I work with, we need the social proof. People smiling. Of course, this was, you've got the key, you're holding it at the closing and everything. People want to see that. So whether it's you handing them the key, and next time what I want you to do is have them holding it and smiling the biggest smile. So like, it's almost like when you see the lottery and they hand a giant check, I want
Right.
them to be holding the key, because then as a buyer, now I'm envisioning that's my key and I'm standing next to my guy that's going to get me there. The other
Gotcha.
thing that real estate agents up here do, and it depends, everybody has something different. You might have a closing gift, right? It could be a basket. It could be something as simple as like a puzzle that's actually a photo of their home. It could be some mugs. If you can do that too and have them holding that or you handing them that, it also shows that you go the extra mile. Not just you give them the keys, now you give them something as a housewarming gift.
Right.
So you really care about establishing them in their new home. So just
Okay.
like props, right? Um,
Right.
Obviously here we've got you with more people. And again, the more people, these people might not be a part of your group. They may be a part of your group, but it's reinforcing the image of a group. So for
Gotcha.
those who are, for us, for the longest time, I was BJC branding, which was a horrible name, and that's hindsight and a whole nother story. But it was me. It was just Bryan Caplan. And I was working furiously all hours of the day until I realized how to get out of my own way, just like you have, and figure out people that can do certain things, outsource, delegate. And now we're Bryan Caplan Marketing. We're a team, right? So it's the same
Right.
thing. You're now establishing yourself as a group. The perception's there, and that perception, like you said, other real estate agents, it's a very competitive market and a lot of monkey see, monkey do, like, oh, he's doing it, I'm going to do it. But when they come
Right.
up to you and pay you a compliment, that's pretty good, right?
Right.
And
Right.
it must
Right.
feel good.
It does. It
Uh,
does.
yeah. You've got your new logo, you've got your Keller Williams, because you have to have that. There you go with your new photos. These were the photos that we talked about months last year that you got
Right.
done, and they just look so polished,
Right.
so good. So
See, now
how
we're
do you
getting
how do you feel?
the old photos. I feel good. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm official. Um
Hmm.
as opposed to before just trying to piece things together and just, just doing anything that I could to put out there. But
Hmm.
now I feel very official in regards to my
Yep.
business. Yeah.
And we're
That's a
getting, here's, these are older photos, right?
Yep.
And we've got you
Yep.
here, got you with, and I love this, the hugs. Get more
Yeah.
hugs. You're a
Yeah.
huggable guy. Like, get those hugs and take photos of it. Cause again, real estate agents, my brother-in-law just had a horrible experience with a real estate agent up here in New Hampshire. And, you know, either it's like Catcher in the Rye. Either you love it or you hate it. Either you love working with real estate agents because you've had a great experience, or you hate it because you got ripped off, or they didn't put you in the right house. They didn't get you top price. The more I
Right.
can see your clients loving you, the better. Right.
Okay.
And this is the new logo as well that you put up, which is great, back in
Yep.
August.
Yeah.
So
Different versions.
your photos are good. Now here's what I'm going to tell you. I need more. I need a lot more photos. I need to be seeing like 3 to 5 new photos added up every month, at least.
3 to 5.
Okay.
Okay. I got to put
Now,
that down.
3 to 5, 3 to 5. Reason being, adding photos to your Google My Business is what we call in the industry a signal. The way that Google works and the Google algorithm works, it considers all these different signals to figure out if you should be shown above another real estate agent, if you're more relevant when someone's in Atlantic Beach, Jacksonville Beaches, all those areas looking for a
Mhm.
real estate agent. So the more photos you can put up, the better. Now, these photos could be you. You could literally take a selfie in front of these different places. That's
Mhm.
fine. You could just be uploading photos from MLS. just photos of homes that you're putting up. You could have your marketing specialist take that photo, put it in Canva or one of those and say sold over asking, sold for blah, 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 sold in 3 days. I want to see more of that kind of promotional stuff too in these photos. Your goal is to just blow this out of what 3 to 5 is a rule of thumb. If you can do more, do more. The more, the
Okay.
better. Okay.
Okay.
It's a very high signal for Google showing that you care, you're still providing services, you're still active in business. And as a potential buyer, now you're giving me more consideration points. I can look through your photos. We're all trained now. We go on Facebook and we see, 4 photos and this says plus 12. We click on the plus 12 and start looking through everybody's photos. We go on Instagram and all that stuff. I want to see more photos from you so I can see different facets of Marcellus.
Okay. Okay. Like even like the advertisements, well, the just listed, the just solds that I put in on my Facebook page, I can take those same ones and put them in the Google business
Pop them
page.
on. Pop them on.
Okay.
The more the
Okay.
better. Yep.
Because I
Yep.
have plenty of those. Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
Okay.
So you should be uploading those. And of course, videos play into it too. So I'd love to see 1 or 2 videos of you. Video is going to be your best friend, not only on Google My Business because it helps people meet you, even though they haven't met you yet, but also we're going to use those videos on Facebook. You can upload directly to Facebook and on YouTube so that you're getting search engine optimization benefit as well.
Okay.
So you want to be shooting for 2 videos if you can a month. If you can do more and you nail it down into a process where you just take a quick selfie video in front of the Atlantic Beach Park that's on the way to the country club, do that, different
Okay.
restaurants. Hey, I just went here. This is a great family spot. Just wanted you guys to know it's located right here. They have great food. Be sure to try blah, blah, blah. Done. Video. Don't have to show you eating it. Don't have to show you ordering it. Just really quick. I'm an expert. I know this. I know this. I know this. Does
Okay.
that make sense?
Absolutely.
There. So you've been using the tool. We've been getting some good reviews. So you're using my review dashboard, which is awesome. We've got Teresa that just wrote you one a month ago and 5 months ago, 4 months ago. So with reviews too, one thing that I'll tell you, reviews are also a big signal, right? The more reviews we're getting, I want you to think of it like going to the hospital. We don't want to think about that, but just if you've ever seen a show, they put the person on an IV, right? So there's a couple of things that we want to think about when we're doing reviews. Number one, if the nurse gave you an IV and just squished it, all the saline would go into you really quick and it would shoot out. Like it wouldn't go in. The body wouldn't accept it, right? Same kind of thing. We don't want to get 20 reviews all at once because that's too much. The system won't accept it. And then consumers won't accept it because they'll think, oh, Marcellus just went to all of his friends and family and asked for reviews. So we've got to do a constant drip. A constant drip means you should be getting maybe 2 to 3 new reviews each month. Okay. This can be from past clients. This could be from vendors, as you were talking about, lenders, title companies, even attorneys that you've worked with, even if it's like a divorce attorney that you've worked with that's provided you new business because they're splitting, anything. So these can be from your vendors. They don't necessarily have to be your clients only. They can also be basically what we call like, I guess it's one of these things where I'm giving you a character reference. So it's a character review. And that's where someone can say, I have not purchased a house or sold my house through Marcellus Heath yet, but I plan on doing it because he's an expert. So they're very deliberate in the beginning. This is a character reference. I haven't worked with him yet, but I can tell you his work ethic is unmatched. He provides these services. All of his clients are happy. Those are still kosher as long as someone's being transparent that they haven't worked with you yet. So what you can do is make a list and then you go to those people and you send them a link. You're using the My Review dashboard again, email them or text them the link this month or next month. So since you got one from Teresa a month ago, go to 3 people before Memorial Day and say, hey, can you leave me a review? It really helps me grow my business. Go back to old clients that you've worked with, even if they're not in the Jacksonville area, that have still worked with you and witnessed your dedication to service. Have them leave a review, but try to keep it 2 to 3 a month and keep drip feeding. Does that make sense?
That does. Absolutely.
Okay. And
I just have to be more purposeful about it and put that
yep.
in my schedule as I do other activities. So that's the
Yeah. So like before we started, you were cold calling, right? You got lost in your cold calling because you're just going, which is a great tactic for a lot of real estate agents.
right.
Give the 5 minutes, put it on your calendar before you take lunch or something, and then put them in and send them that link and have it to follow up with them if you don't hear from them in a few days.
Okay.
But this is definitely right now you have 7 reviews and you're still establishing yourself as a powerful source of real estate in the area.
Right.
We need to see 15, 20 reviews and keep growing.
Okay.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So make that a priority. Now, the other thing I'll tell you, and then we'll jump into some video ideas really quick.
Okay.
I love how, okay, you call me B, I call you
Mhm.
M, you call her T. I love it that you make that camaraderie, right? You got that instant rapport, which is awesome. So here's where you can actually go in, since I'm seeing edit because I helped build the profile, right? So I can edit
Right.
it. I want you to go in. I want you to go to each of these reviews and I want you to write a response.
Okay.
Now, the response, now notice she mentioned trustworthy, honest, dependable, professional. Like she was great. She's crying to the heavens how wonderful you are. I want you to throw in a little bit more. It was really T or Teresa, it was a pleasure working with you. I'm so glad I could help you find your home or sell your home or whatever in X community, whatever
Okay.
it is, in Atlantic Beach, in Jacksonville Beach. We need to start adding keywords and be a little bit more methodical here. You know, I love working with buyers and sellers in XYZ community. And really, you know, I'm glad you found the home of your dreams or your dream home or whatever. Please, if you know any friends or family that need a good, dependable real estate agent, feel free to send them my way. So
Okay.
you're allowed in your response to mention whatever the community is, because now you're adding in some SEO benefit. You're tying that 5-star review to a location. And then the other thing is you can say, hey, send me referrals. Obviously, we don't want Teresa to come back to you in 2 months and say, I got to move again. But we want to say in this case, since it's very cyclical for you, but also word of mouth is huge. Hey, if you have any friends or family, please send them my way. I'd love to show them the same level of service that I showed you.
Okay.
Got
Like
it?
that. I like that. Yes.
And then each of these, we're going to do the same thing. You're going to reply to each of these and do very similar, not copy and paste. You want it
Hmm.
because you're very personable, add some flavor in. But even though you've got this 7 months ago, 6 months ago, reply to all of them. Now, the cool thing is this: Tiffany Thornton and Matt Thornton, NL, Abby, they all left you reviews several months ago. When you
Right.
reply to the review, they get an email. So Google actually sends them an email saying, Marcellus Heath just replied to your review. So now this is kind of strategic sometimes. It's a way for you to get your brand in front of them again 6 months later. Not that they're going to buy again or sell again unless they're
Hmm.
investors, but now where you're saying, hey, refer anyone else if you know someone looking. So create a tagline at the end. If you know someone that's looking for their next home or looking to sell, send them my way. I'd love to give them the same level of service I showed you. Take that, copy that. You're going to have a recording of this, play it back and use something like that. Now in
Okay.
the email, they're going to see your response and they're going to see your call to action to give you a referral.
Okay.
Okay. Ideally, when people leave you a review, you want to respond quickly within 24 to 48 hours. You get an email. You know, you get an email from my review dashboard, but you also get an email from Google since you own your Google business profile. Just click on it, jump in, and write something right away. Just get into it and do it so that you're responding and you're showing you care about your clients and their feedback.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. Which is easy to say because even I have reviews that I have to respond to from like last week. Of course,
Hmm.
I'm like the cobbler whose kids don't have any shoes, but you want to do that or try to do it. So even when you're jumping in and uploading photos and stuff, make
Hmm.
sure you're looking at your reviews and respond to reviews. So maybe give yourself 15 minutes a week to respond to your reviews and to upload photos and such.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the last thing we're going to show you, and either you can do this or your marketing specialist can do this. we have this idea of updates or posts. So when we're looking at the different, there's almost like a point system, right? I call it weighted, but it's like a point system. You know, uploading photos, you get a certain amount of points. Nobody knows how many, but it's a pretty high amount of points. Reviews, you're getting a high amount of points, especially as you drip feed them, like I was talking about. Posts, you also get a high number of points, or you're creating a signal for Google, and you're signaling to Google, hey, this is an active business. I care about how I'm showing up. So we'll look at your old posts, right? November
Mhm.
23rd, 2020. I don't have to tell you, it's been a while. But
Right.
with your posts, you have to understand, if you're trying to get yourself up over other real estate agents, a lot, the thing that you have, and kind of this differentiating factor, this strategic advantage, is that you're talking to me and I can tell you straight away, this is powerful and this is going to get you higher. If you do these three things, you will definitely show up higher. You need to be creating a post at least once a week.
Okay.
So when you're, let's say that you were talking about how you upload stuff to Facebook. I'm going to be
Hmm.
totally honest with you. Facebook is a necessary evil. We've all been trained to use it, and it has, you know, the user base of a giant country. It's huge. But Facebook also is not where you're going to get tons of clients. It's where people are going to search. It's the number 3 search engine behind Google and YouTube. So people are going to Facebook, and you need to have an active profile, especially as a real estate agent.
Right.
But they're also going to go on Google when they're moving to the area and look for real estate agent or best real estate agent in Jacksonville Beach. By creating posts, again, you're signaling to Google that you are an active real estate agent. So you've got to make it a priority when you're going to go on and put it on Facebook, which again, we're all trained. It's easy. You open the app. Now I want you to get into the habit of going to Google My Business and using the app to upload a post as well. So at
Okay.
least one post a week, at least one post a week. Now you put up the video, and I know you made that video. It probably took time to edit, cut, put it together, polish it because it was a nice video. And probably after that, you're like, okay, I'm done. We've got to be putting up like a just listed, just sold, open house. You can use those as posts easily. You can link. The cool thing is, and we don't have it on here, but if we create a post, we can actually link to your MLS listing or to the listing on your website, so that then you're getting people coming to your site. And then if they click around enough, I'm sure you have it where they have to put in their lead information to view more listings, right? We
Mhm.
want to get them to your site. So
Okay.
every single post, to give you an idea, if I can type my own business name, right? If we scroll down, these are my posts 7 days ago, 5 days ago. Notice how on each one there's a link right there. Learn more, sign up.
Hmm.
On every single post, you put a photo or a video. You write at least 2 to 3 sentences. We write a little bit more. And then you include a link. You can include a button and a call to action. In this case, learn more. It's going to bring you right to a digital resources page that we've created for all these different things for small business owners, right? So every time you're creating a post, now you have the opportunity to link to a specific listing or to your homepage so that people can click around.
Okay.
When you go, let's say that you're going to someone, that you're going to a prospective seller. So you have, like, maybe you have a pre-listing packet or a pre-listing presentation. Hey, here are all the things I can do. As a real estate agent, now you can say, hey, I make sure I put up a post and it shows up right on Google. So it will link right to your listing so that people that are looking to buy, they have a chance to see it right in my Google business profile. A lot of
Okay.
sellers will be like, oh, wow, you're getting it right on Google. Yep. And think about it. When someone's looking at a listing, they're going to find Zillow first, because Zillow's a beast and it shows up, right? They're going to find realtor.com,
Right.
all of those. So it's not going to necessarily go to you. Now, by using a post and having it show up right here, now you're putting that listing right here. When people are looking up good real estate agent and they're finding you, you're linking right to your listing.
Okay. Wow.
That makes sense?
Yeah, it does. Well,
Mm-hmm.
that's a lot of stuff I
So
didn't.
a lot of stuff you didn't know, right?
Right. Right.
And it all blends in. The more reviews you get, then once you get 10, 15, 20 reviews, you put that in your pre-listing presentation. Hey, check out my reviews. Here's a whole printout of all my reviews. People love working with me. You're going to love working with me too. I'm not just in it for transactional. I know that, I get a split or whatever else, but I'm not just in it to turn your property over and get to the next one. I'm here to get you top dollar, or to get you to find you the right house and the best deal in this crazy market right now. My clients say so. So now we're using all these things as marketing tools as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's nice.
So I dropped a lot of knowledge on you. Now, the last thing is, let's just talk about some different video ideas.
Okay.
With you, explain to me. So you made a couple of videos, you used them on social media, you uploaded them, you put them up here. What kinds of questions do you get quite a bit from people that are moving into the area or people that are trying to sell? What are your frequently asked questions?
Um, for people moving into the area,
Sure.
well, school systems. A lot of
Yep. Huge.
people ask about school systems. Um, People inquire about, you know, what's more diverse areas, what's more
Mm-hmm.
eclectic areas, um,
Mm-hmm.
what's the difference in the different beach areas, Atlantic Beach, Ponte Vedra Beach, Neptune Beach, Jack's Beach. What are the
Yep.
differences in those? There are a lot of, brand new homes being built in different areas. Like there's a place called Nocatee here, and people ask, okay, what's the difference in living in Nocatee as opposed to living in Ponte Vedra Beach? Because they're close, but Nocatee's more, it's across the intercoastal. And that's
Sure.
another question. What's the intercoastal? What's so special about being um, across the bridge going east as opposed to being across the bridge going west? So yeah, and the difference in the counties as well. Duval County or St. Johns County, which one's the best county to be a part of or to be in, as opposed to if you have
Mm-hmm.
kids or don't have kids. So yeah.
So, so you just basically laid out all of the videos that you need to create,
Mm,
because as much as, and this is the thing. So business owners, I'm really glad I'm getting goosebumps because I'm really glad you did this, because if I asked you, okay, what are topics that you want to record videos on? You'd blank. You'd be like, I don't know. But when I
right.
ask you frequently asked questions, you just spit off 10 of them easily. And those are questions that people are going on to Google or YouTube and looking to find information on. So
Okay.
uh, let's start with one of them. You just said school systems. Great
Right.
one, right?
Right.
I know that my business partner moved to Atlantic Beach because it has an amazing school system. Smaller
Right.
area, the schools are right there. They can ride their bikes right to the schools. Very
Hmm.
happy with that.
Right.
So here are the videos that you could do. One, talking head video, just a selfie. What are the best school systems? Hey, according to US News, according to this, according to school ratings or whatever, here are the best school systems in order. Here's why they're the best school systems according to parents, that we've talked to. So there's one video. Uh, is Atlantic Beach a good school system? Video. Is Neptune Beach? Is Jack's Beach? So on and so forth. So you want to do all those. Now, of course, it would be great if you could make them for every area. I know some of those areas do not have good school systems. So you could also talk about the prospect of the population growing and the school system improving over time, right? But we
Right.
want to be honest and ethical, but at the same time, you don't want to say you're trying to sell houses in a certain area and they have horrible school systems and you just kind of omit it. You're just like, hey, here's what we look for and here's what we're seeing in
Hmm.
trends that the school system will improve over time with a higher population or with more wealth coming in or the housing prices going up, whatever. So there you go. Now,
Okay.
another thing you can do is go interview school administrators or principals or
Hmm.
teachers in the different schools. This is a little bit more involved. So you might go to a superintendent, but go interview them and ask them, why is your school so good? You have to know that you being a parent and working with
Right.
parents know that those people are looking for as much information as they can. I don't just trust US News to tell me what the school is or the schoolratings.com or whatever. Like
Mhm.
those are just subjective, whatever. Those could be influenced by a whole bunch of things. I would love to see an interview with the superintendent. And I'm sure the superintendent would love to have an interview on YouTube. So it's a win-win for you. Even if you set up a Zoom session like this and don't go talk to them publicly, whatever.
Right.
But if you can go do that, if you can go take tours of the schools after school so that there's no kids and just tour around and show some things, or if they already have one and you repurpose it, those are all videos that you can attach to your YouTube channel and upload here. So now you're an expert.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of genius because I never would have thought about that.
Town
That's a lot of
administrators,
right,
I want you to go to the town clerk office or whatever else you have there. It's all different, but go talk to those people. Hey, what's the process of someone moving in that needs to create a new business in Atlantic Beach? What do they have to do? Now you've got a video for all those small business owners that are looking to relocate there, and they're looking for, what do I have to do? Because those town websites are horrible.
right,
It's like
yeah,
reading IKEA directions. So let me get a video from you where you're talking to them and you're like, hey, what steps do they have to do? What considerations should they have? Are you friendly to home-based businesses or remote businesses? Just interview. Now you're showing your personality and you're giving people value-add information,
right,
right?
right. Makes sense. Yeah.
So we just came up with probably 15 videos you could do. You create a template and just pop through them for the different communities.
Mm,
Now Marcellus Heath is the expert in those communities.
right, right. Okay. Nice.
Yep.
Okay. Man. Oh, yeah. I'm about to watch this video again.
Trust me, I know, but I get excited because it's the same thing that we're doing with Dakota Riley up here in the South Shore of Massachusetts in the greater Boston area. If I'm working with a realtor, they need to know their stuff. And we know right away, we've talked to realtors, especially when we moved to New Hampshire, you could tell they didn't know anything. They didn't have any follow through. They were just, it was that hobbyist realtor, which you know a lot of, the weekend warriors that are like, I'll sell a house or two a year and just whatever and take my continuing ed credits. No, we want
Right,
you to be the go-to expert. If someone's
right,
thinking of Jack's Beach, it's not enough just to say Jack's Best Homes. It's more like, I know the areas. I can tell you the counties. I can tell you anything. You ask me, I'm a fountain of knowledge. So not only am I going to
right,
show you
right.
homes, I know homes. Now I know the communities as well. That's how you're going to propel to the next level.
Right. I mean, and that's one of my key things that I try to communicate over to potential clients or clients and just let them know that, hey, look, I do more than just sell homes and collect commissions from it. I try to bring value to you. Use me as a resource, not just as someone to buy or sell a house. I know people that can help you in regards to other facets like painters, lenders, electricians, things of that nature. Just give me a call, shoot me a text, and just use me as a valued resource in the community.
You want a big one? You just brought up the next point. So with
Okay.
lenders, it's hard because I know like you might have your one, two, or three go-to lenders, but you don't want to cut off your nose to spite your face and basically
Right,
put that out there, and then all these other lenders don't work with you. I get the game.
right.
Painters, service people, HVAC, which is huge down there, electricians, plumbers, go
Hmm.
interview them. Go interview them and make a
Okay.
video. And guess what? Those kind of people, service people, any kind of small business owner loves when a video is made and they're going to
Right,
promote it to their people. So
right,
now Jill Painter is going to go promote that. Now all these people that have been thinking about moving or selling or getting in on this hot market,
hmm,
now they see Marcellus Heath. So it's one more impression for you. And now you've just created, now you're adding value because talk is cheap, right? For me, I
right,
could say to everyone, yeah, I'm starting this marketing community, which you know, you were there when we first started it, starting this marketing community and like humble beginnings. We had a few blog posts and a couple videos. Now we're like growing like gangbusters because we're adding value. Talk's cheap, but actions really speak. So
right.
make those videos. There's some cool stuff that I'll tell you offline that where you can take those videos and easily convert them into blog content. I want to keep everyone else guessing. I'm not going to share that because we've done a lot today, but there's a really cool thing that when you spend the time recording a video, you've got talking heads and people going back and forth. Now you can easily turn that into a blog post to go on your websites or turn it into an ebook for new business owners that are coming to the area to teach them what they need to do in order to settle down in Atlantic Beach, Neptune Beach, whatever.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Nice.
So there you go. And everything we've talked about today is free. It just takes time, because
Right.
we were talking about bootstrapping budget, right? Everybody has
Right.
a limited budget.
Right.
So every single thing we've covered, you don't have to spend a dime on, just spend your time.
Okay.
There
Absolutely.
you go.
Just be
Was
more
this
purpose.
helpful?
Put it on my calendar. Absolutely. Very much
That's
so.
it. Put it
Very
on your
much so.
calendar. I think that's going to be your biggest thing, whether you work on a calendar basis or if you need reminders or both. Use your phone to do reminders, do the calendar, but make sure you're doing it, because if you don't, you only get in what you put out.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Cool. Thank you,
Awesome.
Brian. I appreciate it.
My absolute pleasure. Everyone watching, thank you so much for joining us for another Blueprint Strategy session. If you'd like, you're going to see a link down below. You can apply to have one of these Blueprint Strategy sessions. They're completely free. As you can see, it's 30 minutes plus of value add tips, tricks, and best practices. And if you haven't yet, join our business community as well. You can go to bryancaplan.com/join. Until next time, stay healthy, stay well, stay happy. Here's to your success.